Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Skip, in the statement that the Packers released and the Packers players released, Skip, and it basically said it's a coming together of players who want the same thing that all of us do: freedom, equality, tolerance, understanding, and justice for those who have been unjustly treated, discriminated against.
That's
the Packers.
Martellus, I think, wrote
right,
that, right?
This,
okay.
So this is what they're saying.
Yeah.
And I told you from the very, very beginning, everybody tried to change the narrative. Oh, it's about the anthem. Oh, it's about the flag. It's about the military. What it comes down to, what the Packers fans and a lot of people across America, they don't give a damn about this issue. Let's make that abundantly clear. And I think it laid itself out. And Aaron Rodgers, in his tone, he let you know that he was disappointed because this was an opportunity. We're linking arms. We're going to stand at attention, flags waving, the national anthem is being played, and this is what we want. We would like to think that everybody in America, because we've heard that America is not perfect. And so we've been trying to tell you, can we tell you about some of these imperfections that it has? Can we tell you about some of the things that's affecting our community? So what they're chanting USA. For a second there, I wasn't sure if Green Bay, Wisconsin was in the USA. And then again, I'm like, well, who are they playing? Are they playing Mexico, Costa Rica? Maybe they're playing the Russian national team. Chicago, Green Bay, two cities that's in America. But hey, I digress on that. You have a very interesting dichotomy going on here, Skip, because the powerful people and the people that are trying to give voice to the people that can't be heard are millionaires. And now you have the people that can't be heard and want their cries to be heard that are normally minorities or poor. So what we tell the millionaires, hold up, you're not oppressed. You're not discriminated against. Why the bleep am I listening to you? The people that are minorities and being discriminated against, be it racially or gender or wise, you're complaining. See, it's almost like they look at these black guys like they once upon a time wasn't these guys. It's like the chicken and the egg, like the chicken didn't come from the egg. And when you look at it, Skip, I was like, should I be disappointed? Should I be sad? No. And then you read around the league that Delaney Walker is getting death threats. And you hear about some of these other things that are going on. And I was like, wow, just imagine if racism actually existed, what would have been happening? What would have been said? So Skip, I'm not shocked in the slightest that this is what was taking place. Because although they've tried to change the narrative, be it the anthem, the flag, the military, it comes down as simple as this. I can't make it any more abundantly clear than what I'm about to say. A lot of Americans do not give a damn about this issue, and they say, look, I come to cheer you. You're there to entertain me. If your politics align with mine, I will listen to you. If they don't, shut your mouth and just play the game and leave me be.
So help me out. I'm confused whether it was you or Greg or both, Greg Jennings, who's going to be on our show a little bit here on Undisputed. It seemed like when we spoke about this yesterday that both of you expected most people in the stands last night to go ahead and link or lock arms.
I think, Skip, that was the optimistic side of me, hoping, because there was no kneeling, there was no sitting. You're joining, the anthem is being played, and you're locked, and they told you why they were doing this. So it was abundantly clear from the statement of why they were doing what they were doing. But what it comes back down to, again, Skip, if this doesn't affect me directly, shut your mouth and keep it moving.
Okay, my 2 cents from my seat last night in my living room. I was shocked by what I did not see in the stands in Green Bay, Wisconsin at Lambeau Field last night. I fully expect, maybe I'm Pollyanna now, but I fully expected to see about 82,000 people locked arms because the leader of Packer Nation, the great Aaron Rodgers, the mayor of Green Bay, the governor of Wisconsin, the maestro of all things Packers, the Pied Piper, it was beyond a request. He had all but ordered everybody in the stadium, let's just do this. Let's lock arms. The Green Bay Post-Gazette ran an editorial yesterday encouraging, asking, almost beseeching everyone, let's lock arms. The headline was, let's link arms at tonight's Packers game for justice, for unity, and for country. This is the Green Bay Press-Gazette. And I'm thinking, this will be nice to see. This will be, dare I say, heartwarming. Because Packer Nation loves its Packers as much as any nation loves this team, because it's a little small market team in the heartland. And they fight for their team because their team is all they really have in that little region. It also includes Milwaukee. But I was stunned to see vast portions. Again, I hope I'm not overreacting, or we're not overreacting off what we can and can't see on television. But I saw vast portions of the stadium in which people were just standing alone with hand over heart, no locked arms. I saw some Packer fans going so far as to go beyond hand over heart. They were saluting the flag, almost like they were rebelling against the request to lock arms. Saluting the flag. What? And then we heard Aaron, we heard what Martella said, that there were chants of USA. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Is that like a rebellious chant, like we're still fighting for USA, USA? And it was probably just one guy yelling down from a fairly nearby seat to the bench area, put your hand over your heart. And Martella says, back the up. Wow, I just didn't see this one coming. So it enlightened me, I'm not saying in a positive way, but just enlightened me to the bottom line. I mentioned yesterday, Donald Trump during the election did win the state of Wisconsin, and it felt like he won again last night. That's how it came across. Or maybe I go bigger picture. Maybe heartland patriotism won last night. That's what was on display. And then we had all the mixed messages. You want to talk about mixed messages. We had all day yesterday. Aaron Rodgers usually leaves for Packer fans like a treasure hunt, a few tickets that they can go find. But he made it clear, he tweeted yesterday, today I'm giving my tickets to police in Green Bay. Okay, is it a mixed message? What? Because the original protest was about police brutality against black people. So now Aaron, the white quarterback of the Packers, is giving tickets to the police, and it's like, what? And then Tracy Wolfson on CBS made a strong point before the game last night. Aaron Rodgers wants it told through the CBS crew. He wanted us to know this is not a protest tonight. It's just a show of unity. Okay, so which is it? Because it is kind of a protest. You're still behind your black brothers on the team who are protesting, right? So I'm starting to lose message here. And finally, I get to the whole idea of the national anthem. And this is where I may have lost my connection with you. Because I keep hearing black players say, it's not about the flag. But time out. It was about the flag from the start. What was Colin Kaepernick's first message to everybody? I'm paraphrasing slightly, but help me out. I think I got it right. He said, I cannot honor the flag that represents a country that will not treat me equally. Correct? Okay, so it is about the anthem and the flag, and he is going to kneel or sit originally for the national anthem. And it's powerful because you've told me from the start that protests are designed to make people uncomfortable.
Absolutely.
Okay, so what's the quickest, strongest, fastest way to make white people uncomfortable is if a black man sits or kneels for the national anthem, okay?
If he's doing anything during the national anthem, other than standing at attention, it would be viewed as disrespectful, and media will ask you, why were you doing this during the playing of the national anthem? And that was his end to tell them why.
Okay, so I told you from the first day of Undisputed, September 6th of a year ago. I said I cringed when Colin did it, but maybe I don't fit the usual white mold, but I told you my ears remained open for him to speak. And he spoke eloquently about it and convincingly to me, because I have been one campaigning for what is going on with white cops shooting so many unarmed black men. It kept happening over and over and over and over again. And I've been talking about it on national TV for 3 years. So it fit my theme, and I applauded it, even though I didn't love the way the method by which he chose to convey the message. And something hit me right between the eyes last night. Maybe I'm missing the point that too many white Americans immediately closed their eyes and their ears and their hearts and their minds to the message. They just didn't want, boom, it's over. And again, it's just Green Bay, Wisconsin, or that area, Packer Nation, 82,000 strong in that stadium. But it looked like a whole bunch of people had shut off that message.
Yes.
It was long ago lost because they're not with their black Green Bay Packers, right? They're not going to show support, not at the expense of that flag and that anthem.
Right.
Nope, sorry. So it made me wonder, was the mark missed? Was it the wrong way to protest? Did it? Because I keep telling you, I think Colin Kaepernick had national impact, but I don't have any scientific data. I'm just going off my gut feeling and my own instincts.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? Who's protesting cancer? They didn't have to, because it's indiscriminate and people give a damn about cancer.
Okay.
I keep telling you, Skip, we keep
Okay,
trying to...
I got you, but stay with me here. Was there a better way to get the message across? I'm going to just throw this out. I laid awake last night trying to think this through. Was there a way that black players, going back 2 seasons ago, a la Colin, because he did it pretty much, he went solo on this one, and he risked his job, and I think he lost his job over this. What if all black players had decided, we're going to wear like some kind of Velcro patch they could just stick on their jersey just before kickoff, a black box, I don't know what it would be, just to say to America, we are protesting the police brutality against black people. And let's say some of their white brothers on their team chose also to wear the patch. Now, again, it's a uniform violation, but would the NFL start fining them for that?
Yes, it would.
I don't know. Maybe if everybody started doing it, they'd finally just say, okay, we cease and desist here. But maybe that message gets across better than, quote unquote, disrespecting the flag because it's not respecting me. The country's not respecting me.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? Why do we only view patriotism through the eyes of a white man or a white person? Are there no black patriots?
There are lots of, I would hope.
There is an incident that happened at the Air Force Academy Preparatory School. 5 guys that getting this, it prepares you to go to the Air Force Academy. They're getting ready to be patriots. Can you tell, do you know what was written on the whiteboard?
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Skip.
No, I'm just losing, like, answer my question first. See, did he choose the wrong way?
No,
those people voted no last night.
Why we got to choose a way? Why do we have to protest something that shouldn't be going on anyway? Why do we have to protest?
I'm just talking about effectiveness of protest, because I'm with the protest. I wonder if it missed the mark because of the way the message was chosen to be conveyed.
Skip, they could have, the black players could have said, we're giving out $1,000 to anybody that come to the rally to hear us talk about police brutality. And most of white America's not showing up because they don't give a damn, Skip. Stop trying to give people the benefit of the doubt when you know it's not.
Okay, I'm not giving them, I'm just saying what I saw last night. I was shocked by that.
Why were you shocked?
They rejected, man.
They reject the fact, they don't, ask poll white America. Most white America say things are great because things are great for them because they get viewed differently. White people in America are treated differently, Skip. Minorities are treated differently.
Remember what Martellus and Lance Kendrick said after that statement was written? They said, we want to force everybody in the stands to choose.
Yes.
To take a side. You said it's time to take a side. Everybody has to. But I told you this is a little bit risky because you're forcing all those people in the stands on national TV to say, I'm for you or I'm against you. And in doing so, they're having to say, I'm for you and against the flag.
I didn't need them to take a side because I already knew where most America stood on this. They'd already taken a side a long time ago by the simple fact they won't acknowledge that this problem exists. So they had already made it abundantly clear to me where their sides were. The mere fact that we're having to have this discussion in 2017 lets me know. Skip, in 1964, 73% of the Americans felt the Negro should stop demonstrations now that their points have been made. Okay, there's 63% of 63% of America are white. 12% are black, 21% are Hispanic. What percentage of white America do you think that the NFL players should stop protesting now that they've demonstrated and the point has been heard?
I'm sure high.
Yeah, probably 63%.
Probably maybe higher than that. Maybe after what I saw last night.
And that's the thing, Skip. It's the fact that we're having to protest in and of itself should be uncomfortable. You see, what they tried to do is that they tried to drain the venom and the toxicity out of the kneeling and the sitting. See, this is comfortable, Skip. You're standing here with locked arms. So it diffuses the situation. But when it comes down to it, if I don't give a damn about the situation, I don't care what you do. I'm turning you off. And that's what they've did. That's what they've done. They don't believe this is a problem. It's hard to get the unaffected concerned when they're not impacted by what's going on.
I do agree with that.
Empathy, it requires you to have compassion for something or someone that even though you haven't been through that or you might not go through that, you can empathize with that person. It makes it a lot easier. It's easier for Joy to empathize with a DM victim because she experienced it herself.
That is
but
correct.
Someone that has not, there might be more resistance. Skip, if you have never had a negative encounter with the police, it's hard for you to believe that the police would do something like that to someone.
Yep.
And then if they do, the first thing out of their mouth, not what was done, what did the person do to cause the police to do what he did to he or her? That's where we are, Skip. And as I'm saying about this Air Force Academy, here are these 5 black men that's going to be patriots. And they got in, go home with the hard ER. So it was never about patriotism. Because if it was about patriotism, blacks would not have had to be in segregated camps when they went to fight in World War II. They would not have been treated like second-class citizens when they came back home after World War II. So we need to stop looking at it because only patriotism, patriotism. We're only looking at it through the prism, through a white person's eyes. There are black patriots. And because I said America has flaws, and everybody is quick to say, America is not perfect. Okay, let me tell you about some of those imperfections that affected my community.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few segments from the newest show on FS1, First Things First, with Chris Carter and Nick Wright.